chapter 5?
Yep. Yep. All right. So here's Bob and John finishing up. This is Gorski 3 training, the third part. All we have to do here is talk about who the support people are for John. And we ask him these 3 wonderful questions. What I like to do for Gorski 3 is have 3 support people and have the counselor be the 4th person if need be, unless they already have 4. So, John's been in recovery for 10 years, but we're going to pretend that you have just been clean for 4 to 6 months, because that's when we do people's Gorski. So when you were 4 to 6 months clean, who were your 3 support people that are going to help you stay clean and help you do smart things?
My sponsor.
First name?
Lanny.
Lanny. Okay, who else?
My mom.
Mom. What's mom's name?
Mary.
Mary. Okay. Third?
Pastor Bruce.
Pastor Bruce. Remember Pastor Bruce? Okay. Do you have a 4th? Was there a 4th person?
My brothers could go on there, I guess. Either one. Probably my brother Kyle.
Kyle cleans over? Then cleans over for a while?
Yeah.
Okay. So 4th could be Kyle. Okay, brother. Alright, so here's what we do. We ask the same question for all of them. And it's 3 questions. We ask the same 3 questions. Let me get over mine. The same 3 questions. The first question is hypothetical situation. Okay? And remember, you're playing the client who's been clean for 4 to 6 months. Okay? God forbid you use again or have a lapse, a small lapse, or a relapse, or a spree lapse. If you have a lapse, what do you want Lanny to say to you that will be helpful for you to get clean and sober and get out of trouble again? If you have a lapse, you used, and he either found out about it or you told him. What's more likely? Would he find out about it through other channels, or would you tell him yourself?
I would probably tell him.
You tell him?
Yeah.
What do you want him to say that's going to be helpful at that point? God forbid you have a lapse. What do you want him to say that's helpful?
I would want him to remind me of where we came from. He and I shared a very similar path in recovery, and I would want him to remind me of the confines of federal prison and what that was like.
Yep. Okay, what else?
Guide me spiritually. He was helpful spiritually. Or he'd just take me bowling, just to kind of get my mind off of things, and that was really helpful.
Awesome. Okay. That's the first question. The next question is this. Now, what if you also, as a result of talking with him reminding you about federal prison, him being your spiritual guide, him taking you bowling, what have you promised him that you're going to do differently so that lapse doesn't happen again?
I would have promised him that I was going to reach out, that I was going to go to some meetings, maybe communicate with more family or my old counselor or something like that.
Okay. And we want to know what the action is, what you're promising that person after that lapse, because this is important for the next question. Because question number 2 is this. You had a lapse. You did all this with Lanny. You promised you're going to reach out and go to meetings and hang out with family, and you didn't do it. What do you want him to say now? You promised, you've got some counseling, you've got some help, you've got some support, you promised you'd do some things to follow through. You didn't do it. What do you want him to say now?
I think with him, he was always really funny and probably more passive. I think a more stern, borderline aggressive stance with me would be beneficial because I don't typically see that side of him.
Yeah. So he's usually very friendly, and you prefer he'd say, instead of, gee, John, what the fuck? You'd rather him say,
right.
Gee, John, what the fuck? Right?
Right.
Okay. Anything else that he could say at that point that's going to help?
kind of a reminder of one,
Okay.
Is it worth it? That kind of thing.
More stern and more aggressive at that point will help.
Totally.
Question number 3. Because this kind of stuff happens. It sometimes happens in the life of the recovering addict that we have a lapse. We get really depressed and anxious. We don't even want to follow through. So this has already happened. You lapsed. You told him, remind me of prison, guided me. I promise I'm going to reach out, go to meetings, go to family. I wasn't. He was even more stern to me, more aggressive. I promised him some more. But now I'm in that state where I don't even give a fuck. I'm not even promising new shit. I'm depressed, or I'm really anxious, or I'm a real mess. What do you want him to say if you don't even want to promise anything, you don't even want to do anything? What do you want him to say that might actually help you get back to clean and sober again?
I think more so what I want him to do. I'd rather him take, some initiative and physically guide me. Because I think at that point, words are just going to be words, and I can be manipulative as all shit. So that's easy. But for him to actually pick me up, take me to a meeting, take me back where I started, take me to Pastor Bruce, take me to my counselor, and actually make sure that I follow through with the things that I need to be doing.
Physically pick you up and take you.
Yeah.
Okay? Gorski 3 is truly this simple. We ask those same 3 questions to each one of these. Now, we may very well get different answers because Lanny is a little more passive. If he gets aggressive, that's the second step. Is anybody more aggressive?
Pastor Bruce.
Pastor Bruce is more aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want him to do? Okay, did you tell him that you lapsed? If you lapsed?
Yeah.
You would?
I'd tell him.
And what do you want him to say?
I know he's going to pray for me first and foremost.
Pray. He's going to pray for
He's
you.
going to pray for me right away.
Yeah.
And he's gonna give it to me as raw as anybody's gonna give it to me.
Okay. So, and for him, the second question, you've promised to do the same kind of stuff, I assume. He's given it to you raw. Is there a second approach if you promise you're going to do some stuff and you don't follow through? Does he get more aggressive? Does he get less aggressive? Does he get more compassionate? Does he get more...
He's kind of he's definitely not more compassionate.
Okay.
But he's going to be, he's going to give me some options. And he's going to say, John, you can do this, and expect this, or you can do this, and, believe in God, and God's going to see you through this thing. The choice is yours,
And is he or you're going to just burn in hell?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is he that kind of guy?
Yeah.
And is that helpful?
Yeah. Scares the crap out of me.
If that's helpful, great. There are some people that, if you don't do this, you're going to burn in hell. It doesn't mean anything to them. It doesn't get through to them. So it's not helpful. If for you that's helpful, you want him to do that, cool. And then if you're really seriously depressed, you don't want to do anything, what do you want him to do? Or say? Or
tell me where just to start over, and come back to treatment, and I obviously had some success, getting to the point that I'm at now. So why change anything? Do the work, go with what works, follow God.
these are the 3 questions that we asked each of the 4 support people.
Right.
We expect different responses because these are different people, and you're an individual. So we want to know what this person could and would do that would really get through to you. One person yelling at you might not get through to you. A different person yelling at you at a different phase might get through to you. That's the analysis that we do in Gorski 3. That's what we do. When we're all done, then you're all done with the Gorski. So there we go. There's your training video for Gorski 3. We're all done. Woo! Good job, Wes.